Hi folks, welcome to Springfield Gospel Hall's Facebook page. I just wanted to share some thoughts with you today on a couple of verses that I've been thinking about this week. And they are in Psalm 4. The last three verses from verse 6, so Psalm 4 from verse 6. I'm just going to read these to you at the moment. There are many who say, "Who will show us any good? Lord, lift up the light of your countenance upon us. You have put gladness in my heart, more than in the season that their grain and wine increased. I will both lie down in peace and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety." Wonderful wee portion of scripture, and I've really enjoyed looking at that this last wee while. I was thinking about verse 6 in particular there, and it talks about the Lord lifting up the light of his countenance and shining down on us. And I was reminded about a verse in 1 James 17 where it describes God as the Father of lights. Now, if you're a father, it would, I presume you would have a son, and if you were a son, I presume you'd have a father. Makes sense, doesn't it? So it says in here that he's the Father of lights. We know that Jesus is the light of the world. And as the psalmist would write, lift up the light of your countenance upon us. That light from him, the Father, shines through Christ, onto Christ, and is reflected into us as believers. And I thought about that lovely time we came to the Lord. We know that light and darkness can't dwell together. Whenever light comes, it chases the darkness. And the time where before we knew Jesus, our hearts were dark with sin, and he came in and chased that darkness away from us. And it's a really wonderful thought, that, isn't it? That God would shine his light onto us and cleanse us in that way, you know. It's a lovely thought, and it's something that's from heaven, that's given to us as a gift. And the gifts don't stop there. As we look on verse 7, it says, "You have put gladness in my heart." Gladness, this is another gift from God. And it's lovely how that is reflected in that verse. The second half of the verse talks about grain and wine in its season. I think they're trying to identify or show the difference between an earthly wealth that is, you know, something that could be sold for money or what have you, and it's, you know, it's important, and you know, it's income, or it shows wealth. And lovely as it is to have, such as having your house or a new car or your job or whatever. And I know that these things come from God too, but to have the gladness from heaven put into your heart, straight from heaven, that lovely gift, it means so much more than all these things, all these earthly things. I think that's what the psalmist is trying to show in this verse. It's a pure, wonderful gladness. It's a heavenly gift, and it is much sweeter than any gift the world could try and present with us. And again in verse 17 of James, the first chapter of James, it says, "Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and comes down from the Father of lights." Every good and every perfect gift. is from above. We're really, really blessed to have the Lord to send his Son to die for us on the cross. The greatest gift of all. And there is so many we could talk about and highlight these great gifts that are coming from heaven bestowed upon us. It really is a wonderful, wonderful thought. And verse 8 of the psalm continues, I will both lie down in peace and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. We've not spoke about the other verses in this psalm, but it actually starts off with distress, and even David writes the word and uses the word distress in the first verse. It says here that, hear me when I call, O God of my righteousness, you have relieved me in my distress, have mercy on me and hear my prayer. There's a real cry of the heart there, isn't there? A real cry of help. I'm anxious, I'm worried, I'm concerned. Yet by the end of the psalm, we don't have any of that. We have another gift. We have a perfect peace from heaven. A peace that does surpass all understanding. A peace that allows the psalmist to lie down and sleep and dwell in safety. What a wonderful, wonderful thought this is. I just wanted to really leave us with the thought of this gladness though, that's discussed in verse 7, and to try and make it relevant to just now. To think about that light that's shining through us, that is Jesus himself. And I know that we are pretty much stuck inside, aren't we? We're trying this social distancing, we are being very careful about how much activity we do, interaction we do, and it's difficult because really the Christian, one of the big jobs we have is to share Jesus to those who don't know. Even in this time we can still do that. Even in this time people are still watching us, they are still looking at us, wondering what we're doing. And as believers, we need to show this lovely gladness that's been gifted to us. We don't have to be running around and jumping up in the air and shouting hallelujah everywhere we go. That's not what I mean. But we have a real, genuine, heavenly gift that we can share with people. This wonderful gladness even in these times. Another thought I really wanted to highlight was the wonderful light that shines through us. This thought of Jesus as the Father's light shines on him and it's mirrored sort of onto us. And I was thinking about the hymn Shine Jesus Shine. As we gaze on your kingly brightness, so our faces display your likeness, ever changing from glory to glory, mirrored here. May our lives tell your story. Shine on me. Fill this land with the Father's glory. Blaze, Spirit, blaze, set our hearts on fire. It's a wonderful, uplifting song, but it actually means quite a lot. And I'd like to just encourage you and be mindful today that Jesus is the light of the world. That light shines through us, and we can show his love, and we can show the wonderful gifts that he gives us, and allow people to see that they could partake in this too if they would come to the knowledge of him. I'm sure there is much more that could be said about that psalm, but these are just the things that I've been thinking about this week, and I trust that you will enjoy reading the psalm yourself, and maybe you could go and listen to Shine Jesus Shine, and allow your heart to be encouraged. Take care, everyone, and may the Lord bless you all, and hopefully soon we'll all be able to meet again in sweet fellowship and enjoy one another's company as we praise and glorify our God in heaven. Take care. See you soon. Bye.